Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you? I hope you are fine. I'm going to repeat this paragraph as I have seen or I found a mistake or problem with the previous recording. So let's see. Our environment is now a social problem, not just a problem for the sciences. Okay, from this word social you can infer that this problem is a social or universal problem today, not it is confined with the sciences. It is not a problem that is confined for the sciences, rather it is a universal problem. With huge increases in air, water and land pollution in the past quarter century, the world we now live in poses problems of health and welfare for a large portion of the population. Since the past quarter century, the population has been growing immensely to pollute air, water and land. Now the situation has come to such a deteriorating level that the world we now live in gives serious threats to our health as well as our well-being. So major portion of the population is at stake or is at risk. A dirty lake or river not only affects those who live near it. A dirty lake, a dirty river, or a dirty environment not merely, only means only, affects those who live in its neighbor, but it also affects the entire ecosphere, but it also affects the entire biosphere. Nature's rhythm, nature's sequence, it also disturbs nature's sequence and cycles, and the future functioning of man. It at the same time affects all these sectors. A threatened environment. A threatened environment means a terrorized or intermediate environment, an intermediate environment, like a weak house close to crumbling. It is now a weak house. Weak house means a house that is built using split bricks, not cemented bricks. So it is just like a weak house that is about to fall apart, or about to fall down. So let's explain this example. If a house with 2 or 3 stories falls in a street, it not only puts its dwellers into trouble or into danger, but it also traps, or it also puts the life of its neighbors or neighboring dwellers into threat, into danger. So it is like a weak house that is about to fall apart, puts man in a precarious position, uncertain position, precarious. It puts a man in a horrific position, uncertain position, right? The more he produces goods, the more human beings produce such stuffs or things they do not fit into natural cycle, the more he pollutes and thus undermine his own health and well-being. The more he produces, the man produces such stuffs that is not suitable for his environment or natural cycles, like DDT. DDT is insecticides. It is an insecticide. Insecticide means insects killing medicine. Okay, that is banned in America in 1972. Okay, due to its intoxication and its hazardous effects to human beings as well as other animals. So the more we use such things, the more we pollute the environment, and this is how the more we destroy, undermines means destroy, the more we destroy our health and our welfare. Okay, biologists refer to the intricate web of relationship between all living things and the physical environment they share as the ecosystem. Biologists points towards the complex network of relationship. That is, there is a complex network of relationship between biotic factors and abiotic factors. Biotic factors include living organisms, and abiotic factors living those elements, vital elements which affect directly the biotic factor, like sun, soil, the soil, the water, and the other biological resources, right? So there is a relationship, and there is also relationship between living organisms as well. This will be discussed in the coming paragraphs or in the coming sentences. So they refer to that complex network of relationship between all living organisms and the physical environment they commonly share as ecosystem. It has been shown that each living thing plays a part in the society. It means that being a part of this society, every individual, every living organism plays a part, plays a role in the ecosystem, right? There is a food chain. You all be familiar with this. There is a food chain in which organisms that produce their own food, using the sun's energy, autotrophs, they are called autotrophs, green plants, eaten by small animals. In the food chain, plants who are autotroph, which prepare their own food using sun energy or light energy, are eaten up by small animals, which in turn are eaten by larger animals. The food technology chain is closed by bacteria and fungi, and this chain gets closed by bacteria and fungi. These are decomposers. These are microbes which decompose means decay, or what should I say, spoil, or filter or degrade, right? They degrade or spoil or decay the waste, and eventually at the end the dead bodies of all living things, returning useful nutrients for the use of original producers or plants. And after decomposing, with the help of those bacteria and fungi, they return as useful nutrients or food, and used up by the original producer that are autotrophs, that is plant. Each element necessary for life, such as carbon, nitrogen and phosphorus, goes through cycles of use and reuse. These are necessary nutrients. Although at certain periods, the cycle, if the element is not available for use, it eventually re-enters the cycle. Populations of all animals in the ecosystem are adjusted through natural forces. Okay, this is what you surely have talked about in biology, so you must be well familiar with this concept. Okay, what is food chain, how is, okay, an element in a food chain consumed by another, and so forth. So populations of all animals in the ecosystems are adjusted through, okay, natural forces. Natural forces are diseases and predation. Predation means the preying of one animal or other. Okay, so deaths basically, okay, these brings death. So death basically bring, okay, balance in the ecosystem. Okay, they bring adjustment of natural, okay, of animals or population in the natural or ecosystem to assist in keeping with the food supplies the environment can provide. Okay, what does adjustment here means? Adjustment means, okay, the diseases and predation keep the balance of ecosystem in balance. Okay, reference to population with reference to the supply of food, okay, to the environment, right? That there should be some, okay, balance, right, in the production and in the consumption. So predation and what should I say, diseases keep the balance, right? It means a minute change in any part of the, okay, finely functioning ecosystem. Okay, ecosystem goes finely, exquisitely, exactly. Okay, if we bring or there comes a minute or subtle change in any part of that finely functioning ecosystem, then it will bring you, okay, unexpected repercussions or consequences or results at larger scale. Then human beings have to face with a huge or widespread consequences, and that consequences would be unexpected. Okay, he is not geared up for that unexpected situation. For example, an illustration can be seen in the outcome of the campaign waged in South Africa. There waged a campaign, okay, regarding the hippopotami. Okay, this is an example to illustrate how a minute change, okay, brings widespread unexpected consequences, right? Just look at this example. There arose a campaign in South Africa against hippos, right, that can use to graze on agricultural land along the river banks. Okay, they used to graze, they used to, okay, eat grass, okay, on the agricultural land that stretches along the river side or river banks, river margins. The hippo population was successfully reduced. In the result of that campaign, the population of the hippos, okay, have been reduced. Do you know what are hippos? Daryai Gode, hippos. But new problems set in. New problems arose. The new problems, okay, began. How? It turned out that the movement of the hippos, it resulted out that the movement of hippos through the rivers kept the channel open. Okay, what used to be happen there, when the hippos moved through the rivers, that used to keep the channels open. Without them, the river silted up and then overflowed their banks. And without, when the hippos have been made dismantled, they have been made to migrate. Okay, so what happened? The river, which used to be opened by the movement of the hippos, okay, started silting up, filled up with mud and sand, and then the banks overflowed, right? Then the embankments of the river, of the canal, broke. The floods damaged, and it brought flood, and the floods damaged crops and homes. Moreover, the resulting stagnant pools permitted a huge increase in population of water snails. Okay, so there there arose water pools with stagnant means stationary, having no movement. Okay, water pools that allowed increase in the population of water snails, kind of water. Okay, a mollusk with a single spiral shell into which the whole body can be withdrawn. Okay, it is called snails. In Urdu you can say ghunge. So there flourished the population of water snails, which served as host for one stage of the life cycle of a parasite that caused the sometimes fatal disease that is called schistosomiasis, a disease, a fatal disease, a lethal disease, that provided ground to for the cycle of parasite is a microbe that eats the other living organism, parasite. So this provided ground or platform for that parasite, that germ, to grow up, that causes sometimes fatal disease that is called schistosomiasis. So the net result of the attempt to stop the hippos grazing was a shortage of food and a disease epidemic. So resultantly the human beings have to face with the consequences of pandemic disease, that is schistosomiasis, and shortage of food due to flood, because the flood came and it destroyed the crops. Why all these happen? Because human beings tried to dismantle the population of hippos from that particular part, area. So ultimately the human beings have to face with the consequences, right? So this shows how much important is to keep the balance in the ecosystem, because everything, whether it is a plant, it is animal, it is human beings, or the part of this ecosystem, and they play their own role in this system. So you should not go to disturb that balance. Otherwise you have to be the persons who will have to face the consequences, right? Thank you. Let's check the time. Oh, sorry, it's enough for today. I'm going to stop over here. Thank you.